What's up, guys? Joey Wisdom, and today we're talking shit I don't like about Miami. Let's get started, shall we? Living in Miami, Florida, born and raised. Some of these things that I think about, I've talked about before, but I just want to remind you guys, being a Miami chick and the person that I am, there's a lot of shit that goes on in Miami that annoys the hell out of me. So I just want to vent a little and explain that I get pretty annoyed sometimes with the same usual shit. For example, people practicing their Spanish with me. I mean, I don't know what people see. I guess they just see this brown skinned girl with really thick black eyebrows and black hair looking like Dora the Explorer. And I understand that, but sometimes I have these people, especially at work. There's this one guy, and I'm pretty sure he's like Australian or something. Here's the thing, he knows I speak English. And so every time he practices his Spanish on me, I respond in English. And he still will talk to me in Spanish. And so I just give him this face that, it's just blank because his accent in Spanish is really rough and I don't understand it. I don't even understand his English sometimes because it's Australian and it's really thick. He'll talk to me about the food and I'm like, huh? He's like, oh, sorry. And then he goes back to English because he's like, oh, I thought you knew Spanish. I'm like, I understand Spanish, but I just don't understand what you're saying. So he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just practicing. And I'm like, are you gonna tip me? Like, if not, then don't practice with me. I'm not your teacher. I'm not giving classes for free. And not only that, but I see it as a very disrespectful thing to do because why should you assume that I know Spanish? Even though I do. It's my first language, basically. But are you gonna do that every time you come to the cafe practice? Like, come on. Go to college and take a few classes. Go get some Rosetta Stone and practice, motherfucker. Does it say teacher up here? No, I don't think so. Go fuck yourself. The second thing is there's a lot of Hispanic people here. I don't know about other types of cultures, like the superstition. Like, the superstition is real, and especially with my family, being Colombian American, things that just make me laugh and it doesn't make sense. For example, like putting the broom in back of a door every time you have like visitors and stuff. Well, this was like before when I was younger, when my dad's friends came over and my mom got annoyed because they were getting drunk. And so my mom was like, she would just look at me, she's like, Joey, go get the broom. And I'm like, for what? And she's like, I'm gonna go put it in back of the door. Once I put it in back of the door, they're going to leave. Okay, I don't know how that's gonna make any sense, but I'll give you the broom, Mom. So I would give her the broom, and I would just sit there for a few minutes to see if it was like some magic situation. And sometimes they would probably like maybe leave an hour later or like half an hour later. I don't think it has any magic. I don't think that broom has any magic to make people leave. Another thing is at work, some lady had like this glass of seeds, of red and black seeds. The lady left and my coworker says, look, the glass broke with all these seeds, and so they were all over the floor. And she's like, I don't know if that's voodoo. In Spanish it's brujeria. Mind you, my coworker is Cuban, so she's really into that shit and she believes in it. And so she's like, go pick it up. I don't want to touch it. And so I'm like, oh, so you would rather me touch it and I get some bad luck? Why would you want Joey to have some bad luck in her life? Besides her love life. I mean, why? Okay, next. Another thing is just yesterday this happened where I was in the highway and I'm pretty much going like 70 or 80 miles per hour. The person in back of me beeps at me, and then they get next to me and it's these two girls that just stare down at me, and I'm like, okay, what am I doing wrong? I'm just thinking, what am I doing? I'm going 70 miles per hour. How in the fuck am I in your way? People beep at you when you're going 20, and then I guess apparently they beep at me when I'm going 70 miles per hour. I can't stand the people once you're in a red light and it turns green, they beep at you. Or I can't stand the people if it's you when there's nowhere to go, people are still beeping, and it's like, where are you gonna go? There's nowhere to go. Do you think I have like superhero powers where I can just grab my car, put it up in the air, and just go? No, it doesn't work that way. Like, I understand Miami has crazy traffic, like it's really bad, and that's all I've been complaining about, you know, every time I go out. And it's pretty bad. Yes, it's bad traffic. That's why I don't like going out. Stop beeping at me, motherfuckers. Another thing is, recently, like, some of my friends, I meet people, and some of my friends want me to meet their friends in like the first day, and I can't do that. Like, I'm very mellow and chill as it is. I cannot meet so many people in one day, and it's not because, you know, I get anxious or anything. It's just too much, and I'm very sensitive to people's aura. If I was to meet like 6 people at the same time, like at a bar or at a performance, it's too much, because I'll start observing every personality. And it's not that I'm judgmental or anything. I like to analyze people, and I want to figure out if I can trust your stupid ass and if you're loyal, because that's just the person I am. I like to observe people, and I want to see what you're all about. I like humans. They're cool. I mean, my dog is 10 times better. And last thing, so that you could figure out what type of people live here in Miami, well, most people, is I still can't understand the superficial shit and how people can be so materialistic. And sometimes I have these conversations with people, especially, like, I can't understand people that are older than me. All they talk about is their car, and they feel like they have to impress me with their car, just the things they have, and they start naming things with brands, and I'm kind of like, I can have that too, I can have that car too, and then just put a sticker that says BMW. Yeah, great, your car goes 100 miles per hour in 2 seconds, but, you know, my car can go 80 in 5. It could still do the same thing, bitch. Anyway, so don't talk to me about what you have, because guess what? You probably think I'm broke, but, you know, I'm not broke. I have a little bit of money in the bank. And yeah, just the way my bank account is set up, it doesn't let me spend a lot of money. Finally, just express how I feel about people and how ignorant they are. Let's talk about the Miami Zoo. The Miami Zoo is a great place where they have animals. They have monkeys. They have a lot of monkeys there, and I like monkeys. But I can't understand. First of all, Miami is a very hot place. It's really sunny during the summer. You have these animals that are out there, and they're sweating their balls off sometimes, and they just don't want to impress you. At the zoo, animals are not here in this world to impress you. Stop being so fucking selfish. Stop banging on these glass windows. Poor monkeys, wanting them to do some weird stunt. Like, what do you want this monkey to do? Do you want them to show you their butthole or something? I just don't understand what you want these animals to do. I remember I went to the zoo, and there was a stupid human who was banging on the window, and the poor monkey was like this, laying like tired because it's hot. They're really tired. This retard was banging so much that the freaking gorilla got annoyed, and he stood up and he goes, ah! He went, what? Like, you could tell that monkey was annoyed. What are you doing? What do you want, motherfucker? Like, don't bug them. Like, you don't go to the zoo to see some stunt. You go to the zoo to appreciate the animals. You go to pay so that they can take care of these animals that are captivated, and, you know, so they could live longer and procreate and have more of these animals. Just so you know. You know, it's not a circus. Get your little stupid little children. Teach them that it's not to play around with. This is what I understand. Teach your kids things. Don't be like, hey, bang on the window all day long so they can get your attention. This doesn't work that way. What is something that annoys you from, you know, about your people in your state? If you live in Miami, which most likely you don't. Most of my fans are like in California, Texas. Leave a comment. Be good to people. Thank you. Subscribe. Leave a comment. Thank you for the new subscribers. Stay tuned for the new video. Check out my movie review channel. Link is in the bottom. And have a great week, guys. Bye.